and shine. Even if it's through the clouds, you gotta shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. I'm addicted to my life. I love my life. I'm getting back to loving my life. This message is for those that want to love their lives as much to get to that next level of happiness so that way we can always rise and shine and be nice to people and be productive citizens in the world. That's what I believe. I believe in shining and I believe in showing off the view. So this morning it's cloudy. The view is great over the Vegas Valley. Yesterday it was so windy we couldn't even see that mountain. So if anybody wanted to see it, look at these big, beautiful clouds out in the park today. It's a big, beautiful, shiny day. Let's get into it, shall we? Somebody cue the intro. So your boy Marky Saint goes on his walks this morning, and yesterday I had a phenomenal thought. Not only was my video so awesome about mind control, it's literally the same amount of energy to have the same thoughts, but we have to choose our thoughts. And today's idea was divorcing that negative thought. Can you feel me on that? Let's go right into it, shall we? You can divorce a negative thought. How awesome is that? If you can divorce from a marriage, then you can divorce from a thought. And here's what the issue is that you know, like I know, that you're already in your head. We're all in our head having thoughts all day, every day, going over usually the same shit. This is called ruminating. And what happens is we go inside of our heads and we kind of beat up our own soul, kind of inside our head, like bink, 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 bink. Oh, you're such a horrible person. You should have never done that. You should have never said that. Regret. Reset, whatever you can do, right? We all are in our heads like, I'm going over it in my head. And for some reason, my head seems to think that things are going to get better if I keep going over it, right? Like it's going to not change the outcome. It's not going to change my feeling towards the thought, but now it's time for divorce. It's time to divorce these old thoughts from the past that tend to bring into our future and take away energy from something that's happened 10, 20 years ago. Your ass can still be holding on to it. We can hold on to things our whole lives, like big backpacks full of rocks. We're trying to climb to the highest mountain, but we keep these burdens in our backpack. We keep these thoughts, these burdens, right, in our backpacks and go over and over them every morning. It's like me this morning. I woke up crying. My loss of my child it's still every morning. It just feels like I didn't do something right. So I have to quickly get into my meditation mode. I have to quickly go, okay, brain, you are run by me, okay? You're not run by your emotions anymore. We talked about this yesterday. You're not on that fuel that makes you make decisions because your perspective is askew, right? If my perspective is off and I'm feeling some sort of way, it's going to come out of me some sort of way. And this is the conversation that we have to have because that's what we want in essence out of our lives, is the ability to have some sort of stability in our thoughts, right? Some sort of, if everybody was to say what they said inside of their heads out loud, it would be embarrassing, right? If everybody was to say, or if there was a translator, if there was like a human Alexa that literally said what was really in your mind or the way you talk to yourself, you would never talk to yourself that way. And what's really worse is we talk to our family members and the people we love worse than we do strangers because no one's around, right? We're just going ham. My buddy was like talking to me, you've got rage, full range of emotions. And then there we are under the assumptions of emotions. Right? We went inside of ourselves and we felt a certain type of way. Maybe you didn't eat. Maybe you were grumpy that day. Maybe this stuff still sticks inside of you like it does me. That's why I wear it on my heart from the start. I don't want to say I'm old. I'm 42. I don't know why my childhood still comes through me, but it does. And I don't know why my mind wants to hold on to a thought, but it does. It just goes over and over again. And I said, okay, yesterday it was so powerful because I was like, no, you're going to use your mind to do what you want. All right. This is what we're going to do with this new thoughts. We're going to divorce this thought. Literally right now, it's over. Marriage complete. I need a new thought, a happy thought, a positivity inside of me that out-talks that other fucking voice. And I know we all know what I'm talking about. The voice kept talking to me and saying stupid shit like, I'm a horrible person. Who the fuck said that? right? I fucked up. Which one of you? And I know I'm not alone. When I go inside of my head in the morning and it's just like, oh my God, it's just, I keep saying these things. And I'm like, wait a minute, man, you didn't fuck up. You were learning. You never been married before. You never even tried to be married. That's the closest I've ever been married. It's the closest I've ever been to getting married and having a child. And it didn't happen. And what my mind wants to do is talk about or focus on the things that didn't happen, instead of giving myself a shot of all the awesome shit that not only has happened, but I want to happen. So if our brains are that powerful, then we are literally sitting there holding on to anxiety and bringing it closer to us. We're literally saying to ourselves, I don't want that to happen. I don't want what I did want to happen. And that's such a huge energy transfer to be like, all right, same thought, same amount of energy in the thought, but not the same amount of power. So it's like I'm putting in the same amount of energy sitting there, just like everyone else, playing on our phone, going over the relationship or what went wrong or anything else that we do when we sit inside of ourselves and we cycle, right? All of a sudden, I'm cycling on things that don't work, didn't work. Now it's not my relationship with my ex and losing my child. Now it's my father, my relationship with my mother, and then why I'm not so happy, and why don't I get to say I love my life as much anymore? All of those things start going in, and I'm like, time for a divorce. I'm divorcing these thoughts. These thoughts do me zero good. But for some reason, my emotions want to stay into it. I'm an emotional person. I'm even crying while I'm doing the show. And it's just, that's how I feel. But it's not the energy or the thought that I wanted to go out there. I didn't want to echo into the universe the thing I didn't want. I wanted it to come to me. I wanted to manifest. And that's what I'm saying to people. We spend so much of our time on anxiety and fear and things that we didn't want, then we end up pulling the things we didn't want closer to us. Lost my child to an abortion I didn't want, and I wasn't even focused on it. I didn't see the forest through the trees, and now I have regret. And my brain keeps going over the same situation over and over again. I go, that's in the past, and I don't want to be a robot and pretend my emotions don't exist. My emotions make me, since I was a child, like, stay close to us. Hold the mast. If the ship goes down, you go with us. Hold your emotions all the way to the bottom of the ocean and drown. I'm like, I don't want to drown. I'm still alive. Do I feel like drowning? Yeah, like I didn't want this to happen in my life. How many times have all of us been like, I guess I'm going down with the boat? It happens to us all. And that's what the conversation had to be was, when you're inside of it and you got this energy in our lives, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with your energy? Are you going to sit there and worry about the same motherfucking thing? Or are you going to get up and get active? That's why I go for walks in the morning, because it makes me active. So, on my heart from the start, your boy Marky Saint goes live every morning, literally with tears in his eyes, talking about the powerfulness of, there we go, my boy Benny Max watching all the way from New Zealand saying, forgive yourself. Forgiveness was the biggest thing. It's not that they get to get away with it. It's just that I get to learn a lesson. And that was the whole point that I got out of this, was the lesson was like, you're literally putting some energy into all this negativity. You started this business called Saints Addiction to flip a negative to a positive, to become sober, to become a better person, to become a better saint. And literally, I got to do that. That's the thing. And the only way I know how is not to fake it and not to lie to myself, but to literally rewire my brain to put the same energy I had on talking about that negative shit or whatever didn't work and start putting it onto that thing that I want to work, to bring that energy to it. So it's like, okay, I really don't want any more chaos. So stop focusing on it. Stop being a drama llama and bringing it closer to you. What do you want? Not what you don't want. What do you want? Let's manifest it together so it comes like lightning, bap, and hits you just where you need it. So that's your boy Marky Saint talking about it this morning. Divorce that thought. It's not going to do you any good or move it forward. Everybody needs to get some kind of clarity and closure in life. And the only way we can do that is by being real with ourselves and giving our own brain a pep talk. You feel me on that? That's your morning marijuana motivation. On my heart from the start. I'll see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe.